Every single night, they had to stand before the mirror for 10 grueling hours. Even when exhaustion pushed them to their absolute limit, they didn't dare close their eyes for even a moment of rest. Throughout this ordeal, they had to maintain perfectly calm expressions on their faces, because a group of mysterious alien creatures would gather in front of the mirror, mimicking their every movement. If anyone dared to resist or break character, these monsters would tear them apart without hesitation. There had been attempts to escape this nightmarish forest during daylight hours, but no matter which direction someone ran, they would inevitably find themselves back at the starting point. When darkness fell, the creatures would emerge from their hiding places in full force, tracking down escapees by scent and brutally killing them. Belle, however, had reached her breaking point. She was sick and tired of living in constant fear and decided she couldn't continue this pathetic existence any longer. But every time she tried to take action, the old woman would stop her. Having lived in this place for 20 years, the elderly woman knew exactly how vicious these monsters could be. She warned that once they were provoked, everyone would face certain death. Belle only pretended to agree with the old woman's warnings. During the day, when she went out to forage for food, she would secretly mark trees along different paths. At night, back in the cabin, she would pose in various positions before the mirror to keep the creatures satisfied. Through countless days and nights of careful observation and exploration, Belle gradually became familiar with every inch of the surrounding terrain. Finally, the day came when she decided to make her move. Clutching a bird in her hands, she burst out of the cabin. Surprisingly, the old woman didn't try to stop her as she usually did, which filled Belle with confusion and doubt. Following the marks she had secretly made over time, she ran as fast as she could, hoping to escape the forest before nightfall. She ran tirelessly, pushing herself beyond her limits, until she could make out a clearing ahead in the distance. Just when she thought she was finally about to break free from this cursed forest, reality delivered a crushing blow. As far as the eye could see, there were only endless mountain ranges stretching to the horizon. That's when it hit Belle like a ton of bricks. Even if she ran until her legs gave out, there was no way she could escape this place in a single day. Despair began to consume her as the old woman's figure suddenly appeared behind her.
We've all tried, and failed, at one time or another.
With no other choice, Belle had to follow the old woman back to their prison. After this crushing defeat, she gradually came to accept the reality of their captivity and began to obediently follow all the rules. However, during one of their food-gathering expeditions, Belle was paired with Tara, the youngest member of their group. Throughout their journey, Tara wouldn't stop complaining about how the old woman acted like she owned the place, always barking orders at them in a commanding tone. Belle saw an opportunity and came up with a clever plan. She started agreeing with Tara and joining in the criticism of the old woman. Once she had successfully built a closer relationship with Tara, Belle presented a bold theory. They had never actually seen these so-called monsters with their own eyes. What if everything was just an elaborate lie concocted by the old woman? After hearing this, something clicked in Tara's eyes, a flash of sudden understanding. Driven by curiosity, the two women secretly made their way to where the monsters were supposedly hiding. Standing before the deep, mysterious cave, Belle felt no trace of fear. Instead, she was filled with an unusual sense of excitement.
Don't you want to know what they are?